What's going on, Nerd Army guys, and welcome to the newest episode of Know Your Villains. Tonight we will be discussing the top 10 villains for The Flash. Now guys, before we get started, this is just my opinion. These are my picks for my top 10 villains. If you guys have a difference of opinion, make sure to put it down in the comments down below and let me know what your guys' list is. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10 villains of The Flash. Number 10, Heatwave. Now, Heatwave is a compulsive pyromaniac with an affinity for fire. He is not only the rival of the Flash, but also a rival of Captain Cold. He uses a flamethrower gun as his primary weapon, but has been known to be able to heat up just about any fight. Number 9, Saboteur. Saboteur has studied the Speed Force in ways that no one else ever has. Because of that, he has new powers to show for it that are different than anyone else connected to the Speed Force. He made it difficult for the Scarlet Speedster by starting a Speed Force cult, but ultimately he would be defeated and trapped within the Speed Force. Number 8, Jesse James, the Trickster. Jesse was born into a family of circus performers, but unfortunately for him, he was terrified of heights. He would use his extreme intelligence and craft shoes that could actually allow him to walk on air. He is a very old villain of the Flash and still messes with the Scarlet Speedster to this day. Number 7, Harley Rathaway, the Pied Piper. Harley Rathaway was born deaf but would eventually get implants in his ears that would allow him to hear. He fell in love with sound and it became his obsession, but he would eventually go on to create sonic weapons. He would be a thorn in the side of our favorite speedster, but eventually would change his ways and become best friends with Wally West. Number 6, Black Flash. He is a speedster's embodiment of death, but he is always there when a speedster dies. He is mainly remembered for when he came for Wally West, but Wally West was able to outrun death. He ran to the edge of time where death has no meaning. Number 5, Captain Boomerang. Digger Harkness is actually kind of a dick. He's hard to be around and hard to work with. He is a master of boomerangs, and he actually has weaponized boomerangs, such as exploding ones and electric shocking boomerangs. He has always been a tremendous foe for the Flash. Number 4, Gorilla Grodd. This ape has been around for quite some time and had many run-ins with the Flash. This hyper-intelligent ape is actually also a tremendous telepath. He is the king and leader of Gorilla City, which is buried in the African jungle. One day he hopes to lead his apes towards a war on humanity and take over the world, making him king of everywhere. Number 3, Hunter Zolomon, Zoom. Hunter Zolomon was actually a friend of Wally West, and he asked his friend Wally to use the cosmic treadmill and go back in time and fix Hunter's mistakes. Wally quickly refused and said he would not do that. He would not go back in time and mess with anything. So Hunter took it upon himself to get on the cosmic treadmill on his own, and he did it himself. And when he did this and he used the cosmic treadmill, he became unstuck from time and Zoom. Number 2, Captain Cold. Leonard Snart, aka Captain Cold, is one of the most notorious Flash villains. He wields a gun that allows him to freeze the air in its path, creating the illusion that he is shooting ice. He's actually shooting absolute 0 degrees out of the tip of that gun. He is often the leader of the Flash's rogues. But if you do want to know more about this character, I actually have done the history of Captain Cold. Check it out in my playlists. Number 1, Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, or Professor Zoom. Eobard Thawne grew up in the future and grew up as the Flash's biggest fan. He would even go through facial reconstructive surgery to make himself look like the Flash. He also put himself through the same experiment that gave Barry his powers originally. He went back in time to meet his idol, and when he arrived, he realized and found out that he was destined to be the Flash's greatest villain. This blew him away and destroyed everything he had hoped and dreamed about. This also completely shattered his mind, causing him to become incredibly insane and the Flash's #1 villain. So guys, let me know what you guys thought about that episode of Know Your Villains. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. The Flash is an amazing character, and we've seen such a progression on the CW shows all the animated appearances and everything out there, guys. I love the Flash as a character. Been one of my favorites for years. And guys, let me know what you guys thought about the Flash's villains in Know Your Villains this week. So let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments down below. Make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up button on this video if you would be so kind. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time right here on Nerds Merized. All right, peace out.